Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I've got another fancy fold card for you. It's not one of mine. I can't pinpoint it. I've seen quite a lot of people do, and I've sussed it myself. The ones, these ladies I've seen, they were massive, big, huge cards, but I've tried to get it down to 6 by 6 because most of them are 7 by 10, 7 by 6, depending. But it's a double diamond fold card. You know, we made the diamond fold card the other week. Well, this is the double one. And look how sweet this is. I've stuck these huge flowers on and it closes down. The only thing is, I can't get that to vanish, but it's going to look, it doesn't matter, because once this get it out of the card, you can't see that. It stands up beautifully, and believe it or not, you can even cross this over. Oh, which way did I do it earlier? I did it that way, and you can do it that way as well. You can cross these over that way, but it makes the card a little bit wider than 6 then. You know, you could put it in a nice gift box so you don't see those parts, but it does fold that way. And with it being Mother's Day coming up this, you won't see this for 2 weeks though. But I'm making this one today for my mother-in-law, not this one. This is my sample. So it's so easy, and to get all these shapes, it is just so simple. And I've put, God made you my mother, love made you my friend. Yeah, love made you my friend. And yeah, it goes in a 6 by 6 envelope perfectly. So yeah, it's bang on 6 by 6. The only thing is, I'm using a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, which I've had, but you're going to get 2 cards out of one. This is what I had with my winnings from the Crafting Angel competition that everyone beautifully put me up for. So you're going to need the piece, which is 6 by 12, and you're also going to need your chosen designer series paper as well, exactly the same size. Oh, I'm out of breath. I've just had my tea and it was absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to grab our scoreboards, and it's so simple. You're going to need a little pencil as well. Just put in that card. It's absolutely beautiful paper. So this, we're going to do exactly the same, but we're going to do this on the back so it's easier to see. So you're going to put this in it right up into the top corner. You've got your pencil ready. Make a little mark at 10.5 and make one at 1.5. If you can do all the marks now if you want. So swap it round, 1.5, 10.5. And then we're going to take it round and we're going to find the middle, which is 6. So we're going to put a mark at 3 and 3. Just saves you getting your ruler out. So that's your pencil. And now we're going to score this at 3, 4.5, 7.5, and 9. So you've got 4 score lines. Whoa, it looks so dark. I don't know what's going on. Let me just see if I can adjust my light a bit. That better? That's better. Just needs to get into focus. And we're going to do exactly the same with our designer series paper. 3, 1.5, 10.5, 3, 1.5, 10.5, and 3. You'll understand why in a moment. And it's non-directional. You could have this any way, but the way we cut it out later is brilliant. And again, you're going to score this at 3, 4.5, 7.5, and 9. I'm going to leave my scoreboard on my desk because we're going to do some cutting and do some more scoring in a moment. And I'm just going to grab, you can do this with scissors, but I'm not that confident. Should I try? I've got my really long scissors. So you're going to cut from that dot up to that dot, and then you're going to do it from there up to that point on both ends. And you're going to do exactly the same with your card as you are with your DSP. Everything is done exactly the same. We need to put a couple of extra score lines, and the best way to do this is pick them all up, hold them next to each other, and look at me, I've got peeling skin, it's glue. Just hold them and look, make sure they're all about the same length. I think that's great. I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a minute. And I'm going to do the same with your card as well. You can draw lines and then do it, but and then you're going to do it on the other side as well. I've missed that terribly. Let me just, there we go. I missed that terribly, that last piece. Again, you can just put them all together. One of them was a bit short, but they're mainly all the same size. Right, you're going to need your scissors again later. So this is your card base. So we've got that shape now. So what you're going to do, I've got a line down mine, as you can see, on the 6-inch mark. We are now going to score from that point to the end of the second score line here. So making sure they stay in their track. And I'm just going to, I'm trying to go outwards, that way they're not scoring it. And then you're going to do the same from the top end score line to the bottom of there. So you're going to score like that. So I'm pushing out so I don't crush anything. So you've got like now got a crisscross in the centre. And we're going to do exactly the same on here. Look at that, it's near enough. Perfection. So I'm pushing out so I don't drag the paper in. And we're going to go to there. And then from the second score line in down to this corner. Perfect. So you've got that shape now. Oh, I can't believe how. There we go. See it? The first score line is a valley. Second score line is a valley. The crisscross score lines are mountains, and so are this side. Oops. And then where you get that diamond shape is, you just push them together and you're going to fold and burnish them on your score line. So that's how you get that diamond shape. Isn't that cute? And we're going to do exactly the same in this one. So open that back out. That's a valley. The first two are valleys and your crisscross is mountain. Whoops. Yeah, they're mountain, not valleys like I was trying to do there. That's it. And then they get pushed in as well and just get flattened down. Isn't that cute? Now, with the designer series paper, it's exactly the same. Instead of cutting those score lines though, instead of burnishing those score lines, we're going to cut them. But we're going to cut them slightly smaller. Isn't that cute? So let's get these scored now. You've still got to score it the same way. You've still got to put your score lines in so you know where to cut. Just making sure it's on the track. Whoops, slipped then. Doesn't matter because we're going to cut this score line away, but don't cut. We're going to cut and get that shape out, and then cut it slightly smaller so it's perfectly, it'll fit on our card perfectly. So we're just creating the score lines, and then as we cut them out, we're going to stick them down at the same time. That way the pattern, if you've got a directional paper, that's when it would help. You can pop that away now. And for this, believe it or not, I'm just cutting across there, then I'm going to cut across there, and I'm cutting across there. I'm going to use my guillotine for this, and then we'll use our scissors after. So pop this in. I'm going along that first long line. Perfect. And then I cut these other score lines. You can use your scissors, but what we're going to do now, you're going to pull it out about 1/8 of an inch, or if not even that, about 1/16 of an inch on all 4 sides. That way you know it's going to fit on your card perfectly. Just pull that out a little bit. And last side, because it's exactly the same, you need it to be smaller. Now this is going to sit inside. If you need to cut it slightly smaller, then carry on doing so. I'm going to trim that side just a wee bit. Just keep trimming little bits now until you get it to fit. And look at that. Perfect. Absolutely stunning. Get your glue out. And you've got the perfect shapes. And it'll fit on your card beautifully. So wherever you've taken this piece now and added this to, you're going to take your other pieces and, like this piece now, these 2 pieces, they're either going to follow the pattern, they're going to be at the bottom. You'll know because it just follows its pattern. So that's going to be, I think that's like that. Let me have a look. It's that way. Oh, they're going to be for the top. So they're going to go like that. So we need to trim them down now. So what I do with the scissors now, I take about 1/8 of an inch off the bottom, and then I remove the score lines either side. That way, and then down that score line gives me one piece, and then remove the score line on this side, And it gives me that other piece. Let me just move that out the way just for a minute. Whoops. So that one fits on there beautifully, and this one fits on there beautifully. Isn't that great? Hunky-dory. And you're following your pattern as well. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. In fact, let's do the rest with just the scissors. Just so I can show you how easily it's done. Isn't that perfect? Fits in there gorgeously. So now we're going to remove these two squares. I'm going to cut along the score line first. Easier to see it that way. And then again, I'm going to remove the score line. Take a fair whack off the bottom. Remove the score line. And cut up either side. And then we can just lay them down next to each other. There we go. And it's following that pattern on. So can you see that now? That flower looks like it's meant to be there. Oh my gosh, how beautiful and how simple. And can you imagine making a nice little box now, only about 1 inch deep, with a lovely acetate lid. Oh my gosh, that would be beautiful to present this card in. Can you imagine your mother or your mother-in-law's face when you give them this, or even anyone for their birthday? Make a beautiful birthday card for somebody. You could even do it with men papers and carry it on. So now we're left with this piece, which is that piece there, and it all fits on top. I'm going to use my little guillotine just for a minute. We'll get rid of all these bits after. And I'll just show you that that's the only bit of waste there is. So the long bits I'm going to remove, use my guillotine. So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to cut before the score line. And then I'm going to remove the score line, ready for this piece. So I'm going to cut just before that piece. And then I'm going to remove that piece. Do you get me now? And then I'm going to take a little slither off the bottom and the top. And that's for our centre piece. We won't stick it in yet because we need to see. I'm just going to remove the score line there. Just a little fraction. The smaller bits I'm going to do with my scissors. The bigger bits I'm going to do on the here. Just make sure you've only got a little tiny bit poking over the side. And this side as well. Should fit there. Now let's have a look at this one. You can always fetch that back in a minute, but you're only getting little shavings there. There is carrying over that pattern, and there that is going to sit in there perfectly. And then that piece is the wrong way round. There's that pattern now. You see the pattern being followed? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I don't know what's wrong with the light in here. It's just driving me up the wall. So making sure you've got a lovely little border around all the pieces. And look at it all just falling into place. Isn't that fantastic? I don't know what's up with this light. It is doing me head in. That's better. So let's get this piece now. You're just literally taking a 1/16 of an inch off all the way round. Fabulous. And then following your pattern, which is absolutely fabulous. Love this glue. So now I'm going to cut along there again, and I might cut along there, and then we can do some more trimming. So the little pieces I will do with my scissors, the long pieces I'll do on here. So I'm just going to cut into the score line this time. And then I'm just going to take that off. We're going to cut those ourselves. And we're going to take this off. And I'm cut either side this time at the score line. So we still need to remove a fraction off either side. And then this side as well. Fingers crossed. Let's have a look. I'm not going to glue it though until we see if the pattern is going to go. It needs some more off the top. And this side. Perfect. So there's our side pieces, and this is our long piece. So let's take a little fraction off the back. Oh no, we took it off the back. We need to take it off the sides. So I'm just hovering my score line over and removing that, and the same on this side. I may need a little bit more, but we'll have to check now. Yeah, definitely, we need some more off the back. But how simple is this card? That's perfect now, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. So let's pop that to one side. We've cut our diamond to the size, and once we cut these off, this is all the bits you've got. So I whack off the bottom. I've taken that side off. So that side, come down either side of that score line. And then we can check. There you go. It follows that pattern on there beautifully. And that piece is going to go in there. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous is this? My mother-in-law is going to love this. Absolutely stunning. And that's just going to fold back on in itself in a minute. Just going to scoot that up if I can. There we go, they just got it in time. The glue's dead quick. Beautiful. So glue this piece. A pattern then goes into that one. Mr. Boyce has just come back. Bless him, he's just gone to doctor's. Get his results from his blood test. Oops. And then we've only got 3 more pieces. What we're going to do is the flowers that I got on the other card, they were sent to me a very long time ago. They're Prima flowers, but I think they're looking a bit old. but those ones looked pretty fine, but they don't really go with this card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Pacific Point, and I'm going to, there's one of my brads just fell on the floor. So trim off the bottom, trim off the score line, and then we can take that score line away. And the centre one. And that's all the waste we've got from that 6x6. And you basically just cut away all the score lines. But isn't that fabulous? That's all you've got. And you got your perfect pattern. And I've just kicked the brad. Whoops, there we go. I've got it. Oh, salvaged. So let's see. That one obviously goes there. This one obviously goes on there. And we followed that pattern through. I just love this card. I love the way it folds together. I love the fact you can do the designer series paper exactly the same as the actual card. Might need just a little trim off the back. At least you can trim it as you go in, and you know it's gonna, see, that needs a little trim as well. But I mean, you're literally taking a 16th off, and it's just amazing. I'm getting that bit of glue right in the end. And there we go. Oh my gosh, how quick and simple. And now we can see that that pattern now goes that way. And it needs a little trimming. I think it was just a bit, there we go. It's my fault, just the way I'm holding the card now. I've trimmed a little bit too much off, but it's not going to be that noticeable once you've got some beautiful flowers on there. So you just take your time. I'm doing this for the video, but it is going to go for my mother-in-law, so I can disguise that little fraction. And she'll never know. She'll know I've made the card, because she knows I always make my cards for her. So that again, I'm going to fold in there. Our scissors have put themselves to good use. And I can, oh look at this, spouting. Just going to peg that up. These are the papers that I had from the range. And this set is called Vintage Outdoor. So if anyone wants to know, it's called Vintage Outdoor Craft Sensations from the range. It's their range of papers. And they are known just for the range. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. I've got this beautiful die that I've had for a very long time. I may use a slightly smaller one though, because I think this is a little bit too big. Where's they gone actually? Ah, there they are. Oh, look at that one. I may use the slightly smaller one because I think that's a little bit too large. So let me just see if I can get my sentiment. Yes, I can. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a blue border. So I'm still going to use this piece, and I'm going to use this piece on the white. I think they're the old Stampin' Up ones, or the Sizzix ones. I do prefer that shape, so I'm going to stick with those. I'm just going to have a look in my box, see if we've got any scraps, because I like to look through these before I look through anything else. That's all white. I want a nice blue that's going to match. That's purple, and that's, what the, Oh, I've just dropped my die on the floor. Oh. Oh, there it goes. Oh, flippin' heck. Whew. That's more like a purpley blue. That was gifted to me off my gorgeous friend Cinder's. Love that colour, but it doesn't quite go. What do you reckon? Do you think it would? I think that's quite nice. But I was thinking of getting some Pacific Point if I haven't got any in my box. That's definitely not going to go. So let me just grab a slice of my Pacific Paint. The darkest blue we've got. I can always cut it and make a card base. Oh yes, that is beautiful. So I'm just going to slice this in half. At 5 7/8, that is one of my. That will become one of my card bases. So that'll go in the back of my bin. And then I'll cut this in half. At 4 1/8, and I'll have a card front as well. And then I can cut this in half, knowing I can get that out of there. There's that piece. And then I've got another piece for layering if I need to. Or I could use it for my flowers even. So I'm just going to pop that through the big shot. My Whisper White's over here anyway. And then we'll be getting our stuff together. Our beautiful die cut pieces are done. I can pop them away later. So there is the piece for my sentiment, and that is the piece for layering. I can get some. Oh, look at that. So look at that. It even leaves an imprint. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the same on here. So they're going to get layered together after I've stamped. Beautiful. I'm just going to give this a wipe because I smudged it earlier and ended up smudging my card, my sample. And I don't want to do that. And I'm going to use my permanent black ink. I have lined this up on the block. I'm just lining it up so the points meet there. And I've got that lined up. Just give that a good ink. And I'm just going to stamp that right in the centre. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to pop the lid on that for a minute. And because the card is the thick Whisper White on the back, you can have plenty of space to write a message on the back of your card, so you don't need to add any placement there. I'm just going to give this a good wiping because it's permanent black ink. Go, get all that ink off, and I am just gonna, oh, what's that there? Oh, that was it. Yay! So I'm going to give that a second or two to dry. Just lovely. What I want to do is I'm going to put it face down and give it a rub, just in case it's perfect now. So I'm going to grab my glue. right in the centre. Lovely, absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to pop this on dimensionals because I might make a little box. Instead of just putting it in a little white envelope, 6 by 6, I'm going to make a little 1-inch box in depth and height, and have a acetate lid, and I might decorate them with some flowers. So I'm just going to grab that, my little bin. And that's up to you now. You have a look, see which way round you want to present this. Do you want to put it that way? Do you want to put it that way? I don't think it makes any odds, because like I'm saying, that this did not have a direction. But I am going to go back that way, only because that, to me, is going up. So I am going to pop this right in the centre, up there, and it fits in beautifully, just in those corners. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Love that. Love it. So if I have that in a little 1-inch high box, that's just going to look absolutely stunning. So I'm going to grab that card front, because I'm going to make my daisies now, and I'm going to use the daisy punch. And I'm going to push. I'm going to get 2 out of there as best as I can. Because I don't think I'll get... Now, because I'm trying to go in between the slots. No, I'm not with that. I'm going to use some more flowers anyway. So I'm also going to use this one. This is, I think, I'm not sure if this one's still available or not. But I'm going to get 3 little flowers out of there as well. Let's see if I can get 3 out this side as well. Oh, you might be lucky, look. Get a little bit there. I'm going to get my mat, wherever it is. Where's that gone? Where's my mat? Oh. I've lost it. Where the heck? Oh, there it is. It's on my desk. I had 2 stamp sets on top of it. I don't know. And I want to have some nice flowers either side, so I'm going to grab, and I'm just going to break down the fibres a wee bit. I might just add one side, a bit large one, and then just have a group of 3 small ones on the other. So I'm going to have one way. Do the same again, but I'm going to turn this one over. Be careful you don't break them off. So cute. And I'm going to add those like that, and just give that now a circle in the centre. Give that a motion. Break down the fibres in this as well. Turn that over and squash. Do that to the two of them. Look like spiders. So I'm going to give these a spray in a minute with my shimmer mist. And second to none, these lovely little ones here as well. Just go around in circles. Break down the fibres. I'm going to add these to each other. And the little one is going to go in the centre. How cute! I was going to use brads, but I'm going to use glue, I think. Because I love this stuff and it stays together. And I can add a little gem in the centre then, instead of a bulky, horrible brad. Whoops. So I can rearrange these however I want them now. And I'm just going to offset them as well. Some start to offset and then the others just don't bother. I'm going to get a little, I might add a pearl. Beautiful. I think, yes, definitely going to have 2 clusters of flowers on one side and the little and the larger flower on the other side. Little flower masterclass. And I know it's a large pearl, but it looks beautiful in the centre of them flowers. So I'm just going to add, in fact I'm going to add dimensionals on the daisy one. Just pop that in there. Checking my battery's okay still. So let's get a dimensional in between there. And just offset that again. These are perfectly offset because they're from the same stamp. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm just looking at our little itty bitty flowers. Maybe that one. Never throw any of this away, so until we've depleted it of flowers. Just have a look. I'm not sure now I want that. Why not? Why not indeed? It's too cute. That's going to sit in the centre. That is so sweet. Nice little pearl. I'm going to bob a dimensional on the back. These are just the cutest. And if we need any more little decoration, we can just use these little itty bitty punches. I got some love heart pearls there. How sweet. So I'm just going to give these a little spray with my shimmer spray. Just get it active. And I'll be back in 2 seconds. Oh my word, look at those. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. Look at that shimmer on them. Absolutely stunning. So fetch the card in. I'm going to peel the backing off. Definitely going to be making a box for this. And I'm going to pop that just on that side in the centre. And these two I'm going to glue down. Oh, wait there now, let me just grab my leaf punch. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Now I know I've got some green because I saw it. So, look, even when I'm cutting label that, I don't throw it in case I need it. I'll pop a couple of those out. And I'm just going to grab my tweezers. Just give that a twist. And it gives you a shape. I was doing it with the piercing tool the other day, but gives it a little bit more texture. So get some glue on the back. Just lay that across. That's beautiful. And add some more. Because it's a nice subtle green, I've got tingy little bits of it in there. And I'm just going to cluster that one there. Just to give them a bit of shape. Turn that over again, add a bit more glue. Put the pin away, and then we're going to add that other little flower just there. And I think they go gorgeous together. Absolutely gorgeous. When this dries, that will, well, it doesn't do anything to it anyway, put it that way. So I'm going to grab one of these lovely little heart pearls. I'm just going to open this out, and I'm going to attach one just there. That's it. That's all I'm going to do, and then I'm going to grab some rhinestones. And I'm just going to dot a few here, there and everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that is my card finished. There is that absolutely stunningly gorgeous double diamond fold card. Wishing my mother-in-law happy Mother's Day for Sunday coming. Just how beautiful. Today's date is the 28th, so you won't see this for about 11 days because I do film in front, like I tell. But this is the card I'm going to make. Well, this is the card I have made, and this is the card she's going to receive off me on Sunday, along with her present. She's going to absolutely love it. Well, I hope she does anyway. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a go. Please do put pictures up. I know you do, and if ever you make anything up in group, I do love seeing them. It really does lift my spirits when you make one of my cards. I absolutely adore it, and I love it. We all get to join in with the sketch. So there is the card I've just made for you, my darlings. this is my sample card, and I did smudge that a little bit. But I like the flowers as well, just the wrong colour. So let me let's see if I can get a bit more light anywhere now. But thank you for watching. Till next time. Bye. Oh, don't forget to press subscribe. Love you all. Bye.